Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to attend our webinar, focusing on unlocking the power of commerce in NetSuite. My sincerest apologies once again that this webinar needs to be rescheduled. I'm sure you'll find it was worth the wait. My name is Ryan Harris. Many of you know me as your account manager at NoBlue. I'm joined today by Joaquin Varela, SweetCommerce expert at NoBlue. He'll be providing an overview and answering any questions you may have during the Q&A later in the session. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please just use the chat option provided, and we will answer as many as possible in the Q&A later on. So I'll now hand you over to Joaquin, who will take you through his presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Ryan, for the introduction. And I'll be talking about a SCA-backed implementation that we have developed here at fixed scope, fixed price. Consists of a rapid implementation, and it already has, well, proven success. So let me go through. This is the agenda. We're going to talk about like the key highlights, the overview and scope of this packed implementation. This comes already with implementation methodology, some digital marketing practices, and then we can go through a demo of the themes and showing the main functionality that, well, it's included out of the box. And then we can have a session of Q&A. So as the key highlights, as I said, this consists of a rapid SCA implementation. The idea, the main idea for this, behind this, is to accelerate the time to market of the e-commerce store with our iterative process. We have a proven process framework that reduced testing and ongoing development efforts. The idea with this is minimize the risk that might be included in e-commerce implementation solution. This is thoroughly tested across breakpoints. So starting in mobile, it's a mobile first approach. It's available across tablet and desktop as well. There are ready-made and tested functionalities. So that's part of the minimizing the risk in getting the e-commerce store live. And what we'd like to say here is that this is the foundation for success. Here we're building the base structure for what comes afterwards. It's designed with the future in mind, following implementation best practices, easy to extend to any business requirement. This is an important point. And of course, it's a scalable solution. So as the main terms, and then we get a bit into the features and functionality that it includes. We can do a go live within 60 days, and that's guaranteed. It already includes a post go live support. An upgrade into the next version of SCA is included. 30 hours of cosmetic and theme changes to adapt the brand look and feel and do some minor tweaks to the theme that we have developed. So that's that bucket of hours as well. And it consists of a fixed price for the suggested scope that we're gonna see now in a couple of minutes. And it has well, we can assure immediate start after the SOW is signed. If we dig in deeper into what is the overview and the scope of the project, of course, this is an e-commerce site that it's well, good for both B2B and B2C commerce, right? It has features, it has a theme and some features that could apply to one type or the other. As the main e-commerce elements that are present in the vast majority of e-commerce platforms, it consists of the responsive design is the theme that we have developed, a mini cart, a top navigation drop-down menu with categories, global searches, homepage slider banner images, static content, category images and banners, vertical fast navigation, and newsletter sign up. It's worth to mention a little bit of the features and functionality that are interesting in mentioning. And for e-commerce search elements, we can have what's called in NetSuite SEA the personalized catalog views. This is a core feature functionality that lets you group items and customers and have customers access like different segments of the commerce catalog. We can have a guided selling. This is a feature, or some of you might know it as year make model, and that's the image to the right here. That if you already know what's the product that you're looking for, you just this is a module that it's installed in the homepage of the e-commerce application, just by selecting well, any options that can be configured, in this case color and size. It takes you directly into the product listing page with those filters selected. Also, you have the ability to handle different price levels per customer if that's the case. For the item listing price page, there is the multi-add to cart functionality, or the sushi menu, right? You can select various items and add them all to cart if you're in the product listing or on a category page. You have the product compare. If you want to compare like different features that have the different items, you can add them and compare them on a specific page. And also we have the strike-through pricing functionality. This is well, it could have like multiple uses, something like it's being shown here in the image to the right. So this is something like this is an overview of the theme that I'm going to show later. And it is the a view of the product listing page. So these are items that you can add to cart, and you can have some of the features and functionality that shows here. So you can click to compare, right? And it takes you to a specific page and compares different features. You can select different items and add them all together to cart in one click. Or you can have like, well, you can have the strike-through pricing functionality, and you can have, well, if the item has different variants, you can have like little pictures, and you can select, and it takes you directly so that you know which are the variants for each of the items. Okay, a little bit more of the scope detail. If we go to the product details page, we can have some functionality that includes product reviews, right? Product questions and answers. So the customers can ask for questions, and then they can be provided with answers from the sales rep with NetSuite Access. You can have wish lists. The customers can add products to the wish lists. Item badges, and this is useful for like best-selling items or clearance items that you want to show on the page, and a little badge appears, and that can be easily be customized. Grid display with multi-add to cart. This is a feature that I have an image in the next slide, where if you have an item with variants, so a matrix item, you can select like multiple quantities for the different options and add them all together to cart. Lead time display, also important. A stock notification, so if an item is out of stock, and the customer can like subscribe to the item, and once the item is back in stock, then they get an email notification. So this is a view of what is the reviews page. So this is the mobile version. you have the rating and the review text and the review summary. The questions and answers is quite similar, where you have you can write a question and you have all the questions and the answers listed. And this is the grid display. So for this matrix item, you can well, in the boxes you can select, add any quantity that you might like, and then you add it all together to the cart. As functional pages, so what it's already included in this package is the request a quote. The customer has the ability to make a list of items and submit it for quoting purposes. The store locator, so this is useful for stores that well, have different retail or warehouse stores, and they need to let know the customer where they can find the stores. Quick order, if the customer already knows the SKU that they are buying, then they can quickly type in the SKU and add it directly to cart. Shop by brand, this is useful for stores that sell different brands, and you can have a specific page showing all the brands that you sell, and the customer can easily filter by each of the brand. There's also a blog functionality integrated to the package. And as the static pages, there are pages that we suggest with our own layout. Has to do with the 404 not found page, the about us page, so an institutional page. Contact us with a functional form that it creates a case in NetSuite, and the FAQs page. These are our suggestions for that kind of pages. So that's what it's all that is included in the shopping experience in the shop flow. And there are other two applications, that is the My Account and the Checkout. Of course, they are completely integrated like amongst themselves, and it's completely integrated with the NetSuite ERP. So as a My Account, you have the order history. This is a portal, a self-serve portal for customers to get into and look for the order history, manage their profile, see their account balance. They can create and see cases to communicate with well, sales rep or anybody in the company. Invoices and payments, they can pay for the invoices in the My Account portal. Return requests of products, view and add to cart for different product wish lists, product lists. And then in the checkout it's basically consists of a wizard, right, where the customer goes through entering the different information, and this has well, different configurations, layout configurations that can be applied. All the suite payments that are natively included in NetSuite, they also can apply to these SweetCommerce Advanced site. Also the PayPal Express, there's an out-of-the-box integration with PayPal. The customers can also opt to pay with invoice and terms. This is only for approved customers. And also it has and includes electronic coupons, gift cards, and well, NetSuite shipping items. So all the shipping items that are configured in NetSuite, they can apply to the SweetCommerce Advanced site. So this might look like a complex diagram, but it's well, pretty straightforward, right? You have the browse. So this is talks about the web to order process, where a customer goes into the site, they browse for items, they go to the shopping cart, the checkout, and then finally well, everything impacts in the ERP. So general navigation, browse for catalog, add items to the cart, review the shopping cart, and now you're in the shopping cart page. You can add, you can estimate the tax and the shipping if you enter a postal code. Then they can opt to add a promo code or not. And once they are done with the shopping, they can proceed to checkout, create an account. If it's a B2C site, you can also not allow them to create an account. And once they proceed to checkout and they have a registered account, then they enter the shipping address, enter the delivery method, payment information, review the order, and then they confirm the order, and that order gets entered into the backend, into the ERP. So, well, this is another view of what's going on. This is the external access, so customers can go and go through all the shop flow, can check out their order, and can self-serve all of their information and the context information in the specific portal. And everything here, so this is SweetCommerce, and everything here is integrated into the ERP solution. Okay, and now we can talk a little bit more. If you have any questions about the scope and functionality, we can have it, and we can discuss a little bit in the Q&A section. We have here an implementation methodology, right? As we said, there is a go live in 60 days from the day we start with the project, and we have divided into 5 sprints, more or less of the same duration. But it can be, so this methodology can be adapted into, the specific requirements of each of the projects. So to start with, we have the project initialization. You have the customer onboarding, the provisioning of bundles, the test data in the ERP. Then we move into the personalization sessions. In sprints 2, we understand the requirements. We implement the theme adapted to the brand look and feel, and some other minor tweaks and cosmetic changes to the theme and layout changes, if that might be. All the extensions, the dev and testing. So finish up with theme configurations, search and catalog configuration, cart and checkout configuration, PDP, blogs, so site management tools configuration as well, my account setup, checkout setup as well. And then we move into, the 2 final phases that it consists of a code freeze, get user acceptance testings and fixes, performance tuning, and search engine optimization review, and then finally get live. So we're talking about 60 days, and where we do analytics and performance, site analytics, transition to post go live support, and continuous success. So as the offering, also it's included some of the digital marketing practices that are important for every e-commerce site. So the idea with this is we try to optimize. So the theme is optimized to in search engine optimization, so SEO best practices. We help with the analysis of the SEO traffic, like rankings, revenue, redirects, if that's the case, if you're moving platform. top landing pages. So we analyze which are the most visited pages, and we make sure that those pages are respected with their specific content and structure. We help out with the URL formatting. As another element here is Google integrations, and there's a lot to handle in Google Tag Manager. Google Tag Manager has a core integration with SCA, and that's very powerful because you can run different applications, not just to Google. So you have Google Analytics, you have Google AdWords, but also you can include some chat, some live chat. This is live chat. Zendesk, you can include a Facebook Pixel and many other integrations that are already point click, and they can be configured live. And the theme is also optimized in meta information. This is also serving for SEO. Meta tags on all pages, meta description, heading analysis, and internal link analysis as well. So here I'm gonna show a little bit about what the demo site would look like, and I have my NetSuite instance right here. So this is the theme, the layout that we suggest. It's really optimized with and integrated and can be modified via the site management tools. So most of the elements here are like placeholders that can be updated. You also have the ability via the site management tools to actually schedule content and introduce new content depending on the time of year or depending on, well, any specific clearance or any specific promotions. So that's important to mention. To start with, you have the header, that these are static links that takes to different parts of the page: login, register, the store locator, contact us. In the logo, you can have it centered. This is the global search for products or product description, right? You can configure what the customer is going to look for. So some links that so everything here can be configured and customized. So you can have a drop down with company links, or you can have like your own products divided into product categories. So each one of this is a product category. A blog, the demo. This is the page where well, all the features listing and the shop by brand. So anything here can be modified and altered. This is the wish list functionality and the page for requesting a quote. So if we go down, first we have a banner with slider images. This is, well, the part of the layout that we suggest. So contact support, quick contact, find your product. So this can be configured to link to any of the pages. Here, what we suggest is to get well, maybe 3 main categories that apply to the site, so that the customer can easily find. This is the year, make, model, or the guided selling functionality, where you can select color, size, and it takes you to the product listing with those filters selected. You can have another section here. It's important, the merchandising zone. You can have like multiple merchandising zone and configure which are the items that should appear in each of the merchandising zones. So you can have configure different rules to set the items that should be showing in the section. Some more information, another categories, and then finally we have the the footer that consists of a footer and a sub footer, and distributed the content in 4 columns with some company links, some site information or site pages that are worth mentioning, newsletter subscription, and social media of the brand, of the company. We can go into the specific landing pages that we suggest, and one of those is the Contact Us page, and you can have here a contact information. You can enter all the information as a lead or as a customer, and this actually creates a case in NetSuite. The About Us page, so this is another layout that we have designed, and you can adapt it into your company with your company information and your company look and feel and images. The FAQ section, right? So this is the most important, most frequent questions that are asked. You can have them listed and configured like quite easily. So these are the main 3 landing pages that we suggest. We have the blog functionality with a narrow by category or author, and you can select the amount of blogs to see in the page, and you can order by created and title and ascending or descending, and you can filter the blogs, and you can go and read more. So this is a normal blog implementation, and it's it's really easy to configure it. If we go into the shop by brand page, now the idea is to show the whole flow, to go to the product listing and actually complete a checkout and see the order in NetSuite. But here you can have the shop by brand, so you can have all the brands that the company sell, and you can select and go to that specific brand, right? And it takes you to the product listing page with that facet or that filter selected. I choose to remove the filter. I'm here with the general search page. So this is the shop page, where you have different narrow by. These are item fields, right? And this is the screenshot that I already shown, but you can add different items to compare, or you can select different items to add to cart. And here, this is quite quick implementation. You can select the quantity, you select the different colors, and then add it all together to cart. Or you can clear or select all. So if you want to buy every product that it's on a commerce category, you can select it all and buy it if that's the case. Here I'm showing the category banners with subcategories, and you can navigate through the different categories. So this is what I was saying, to select all the items and add them all to cart together. We can go through company links, or here in the demo tab, what we list here, it's all the features and functionalities that it's included in this package. Like for example, if we have a look at the questions and answers and see how is that look like, we can go into a specific product details page. This has like social media sharing, title, reviews. It tells you like stock levels. So this is stock levels. SKU, you can select the color, so it accepts a variance and matrix options. You can add it to cart, add it to wish list, or add to quote. You can have multiple images that apply to the item and have them filtered depending on the color you're selecting. Item details, also item documents. So you can, like for each item, you can configure a specific document. And this is a, well, it's just a dummy file. Questions and answers section, right? You can go and write a new question, or a reviews. You can have the review section. This is also, well, a related items information. So what I'm gonna do now is show a little bit of the flow. I just added an item to cart. So this is how the shopping cart would look like. I can enter a promo code at this stage if I have. I can clear a cart if I have many items. Just with one click, I can clear the whole cart. Or I could proceed to checkout and complete my order. Good. And here you have different options. You can check out as a guest, or you can create an account. This can be configured depending if, well, if it's a B2B site and there is no need or the users cannot create an account, then all of this part can be eliminated and it can be just logging, and the customers can be created in the NetSuite instance just. So I have here an account already. So I'm gonna log in. So this is one specific checkout configuration. All the wizard, it's in, I have the one-page checkout configuration set in place that consists of, well, entering shipping address. I have one configured here already, or you can add and you can handle like multiple addresses for the customer. The delivery method, right? These are all the delivery methods that are configured and displayed in website in the ERP. As a payment method, you can, well, opt to enter a credit card, or you can pay by invoice, or you can fulfill your order with PayPal. You can enter, well, more information, just like a gift certificate or purchase order number, or any other transaction body field that any piece of information that well, applies and goes with the order. You can opt and configure it to have a new section here appearing. Billing address, right? This is as a shipping address, you need a billing address as well. And now, once you continue, you go to the review page. Just soon you can place the order. So you can review your page. It's gonna ship to my address with this delivery method, and these are the items that I'm gonna buy. And this is just another transaction piece of information. Maybe you need a password for accessing a building, or whatever other piece of information can be added into a section. And then just as the order notes, so which are the order notes, you can add them. And finally, you have the payment information and billing address. Of course, here, if you have, well, promo code, you can enter it here as well. So I'm going to place this order. And in the meantime, I can go here to, well, the NetSuite Access and search for my customer, that it's the test.com. This is my customer. So today it's the 12th, and I should have here, so the order has been completed already. This is my order number, that with this number I can, me as a customer, I can go into the My Account section and see all the orders and everything, all the information that it's applied to my account. And well, with NetSuite Access, once you go into the customer, we can see the order under sales and transactions, that the order has been placed here. So today it's 12. This is the order I just created. So here, normally, the order needs to be approved, fulfilled, and billed. That's normal ERP behavior. Here, well, you have all the sales order information. And what we see here, if I click in the order number, that this takes me to the My Account portal. So we can have a look a little bit, what's that about. Good. So this is the My Account portal. This is the self-serve for all the customer information, and you have a lot of functionalities and things you can do here. And of course, this can be enhanced, and many features can be applied and included. So most of the ERP could be exposed when the time comes to the customer. So there's a lot of possibilities there. Here we're viewing the online purchase. I should have received an alert, an email, with the order that I just placed. You can reorder all the items, download PDF, or cancel the order. If you go to the overview page, we have here the recent purchases, purchases listed, profile, general profile information, shipping, my preferred shipping address, and payment information. You're going to have a look at the, well, purchase history, find sales orders, returns, reorder items, and the quote section as well. You can, well, as I said, request for a quote, and then you get notifications whenever like quotes get updated, their status. Quotes works as, so it's an estimate. It works, it's as basically as a transaction. It is a transaction. And you can have here different wish lists. So I have my list 1, my list 2, and you can have like different elements here. And with the list, you can, well, select which are the items that add to cart, or you can remove the items. As billing information, you can have account balance, so you can see the outstanding balance and what do you have available, what credits, if that's the case. You can have a look at the invoices that apply. Also, you can search for the transaction history, and you can print a statement. The stock notification, so these are the subscriptions to out of stock items that you have subscribed, and once they get stock, you get notified. And you get well, general settings for the account, just like profile information, and update those. Email preferences, so if you want to subscribe for newsletter. Address book, you can handle add or remove addresses, and you can handle your payment methods. You can save credit cards here for quick purchase, and you can update your password as well. So this is well, a deep view into the My Account portal. I just have, well, 2 other landing pages here to show. If we go to the once again to the shopping application, we can have here to the bottom another page that is suggested is the, well, sitemap, where you have well, links. It's used as a map to navigate the site. You can have whatever link here, and also a policy page. And we also here suggest an approach for listing the policy information. What I can do now is just show what would be the mobile version for this, so that we can see that it's nowadays it's really important to have the most of the e-commerce nowadays, it's done on mobile devices, so it's really important to have a really good mobile experience, and this theme already has that experience. We can have a quick view of the different sections. So header, footer, right? So the same functionality applies for both mobile and desktop and tablet. I have here a slow loading of different elements. Okay.
Thanks so much, Joaquin. So this does take us on to the Q&A segment of the webinar. I've had a couple of questions that have come in already, but if anyone has any further questions, please submit those now, and we will cover as many as possible for you. So the first question that we have is, what happens if I want to add functionality that is not in scope?
Well, for this package solution, what we recommend is just to build this basic functionality. And so, as we said, it's already built for success. So this is the baseline. And a second phase, always we can think of a second phase to include any other functionality and features. The first and utmost important is to go live within the 60 days, and whatever other feature and enhancement and new functionality that applies to each business, and of course each business it's different, that can be developed, and they all are taking part in a second phase of the project.
Brilliant, thank you very much. The next question is the commerce application a standalone application?
The e-commerce application, it's standalone, but it's connected directly into the NetSuite ERP. It runs in NetSuite servers, and it's connected specifically. So each endpoint is connected to a specific record in NetSuite. So you can have like custom records that you can bring them to the site, and you can have quotes created from the site and apply to NetSuite quote record, and you can have and submit cases, and customers are created, and well, sales orders or orders are entered. So it's directly connected to the ERP system, and it's run in NetSuite servers.
Fantastic. Thanks for alluding to that. Is this implementation focused on B2B or B2C?
Well, as we discussed in the presentation, the theme that I went through is the theme that we have developed, and that theme includes well, a lot of features that some of them might be relevant for B2B type of e-commerce, and others might be like pointing towards B2C type of implementations. So basically, both types of e-commerce can be done with this implementations.
Brilliant, thank you. Can you share some details around the pricing for the fixed bid?
For the fixed bid, well, I think that's a bit more question of for you, Ryan. This is thought of a 25K implementation. That is the list price.
No, that's brilliant. To add to that, if anyone is interested, please do follow up with us. We can do a personalized demonstration and then look to see if there's anything out of scope, and we can fully scope that out for you. The next question is, can Courier Integration be included with live costs calculated?
Yeah, could you repeat that again?
Of course. Can Courier Integration be included with live costs calculated?
I didn't quite got the integration. So is it
for couriers? So people such as DPD or UPS. So people who are going to obviously send the packages out. Can those integrations be included with live cost calculated for how much it will cost to send out the packages?
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of flexibility on the ability to include new features and functionalities into the platform. So whatever third party and application that needs to be configured and installed, and it's to communicate with the e-commerce solution, that can be achieved. Both NetSuite and SCA, it's open for extensibility. It has a good extensibility API, and following the best practices, everything can, most of the things can be achieved.
Brilliant. That is one obviously we can take offline as well. We can obviously talk to us about what integrations you're looking at, and we can see about that in your own NetSuite instance as well. So the next question we have is, how does the price and features of SweetCommerce compare to another off-the-shelf option such as Shopify, which can also be easily integrated with NetSuite? Can you please share the pros and the cons?
Yes, I can talk about the pros and cons. Maybe about the pricing, I could leave Ryan to that. More about the pros and cons. Well, the most favorable pro that SweetCommerce has over other platforms is that its main focus is on B2B implementations. Of course, they takes B2C as well, but for the reason that there's no other platform that offers the ability to communicate between the backend systems so powerful as NetSuite ERP, that has a lot of capabilities, and there's no other platform that can like adapt and actually grasp all and connect directly and use all of the elements that NetSuite has. So basically, the most powerful element in the SCA, in an SCA implementation, is all the capabilities and all the ERP can be exposed. If you compare it with other platforms such as Shopify or Magento, and you connect those to NetSuite, you lose a lot of functionalities. You have to do a lot of work to actually integrate each of the features and functionality. So we can think of already iPaaS, so platform as a service, ready-made functionalities, but also that takes a license. And also if you have an iPaaS and not thinking about a custom solution, because a custom solution it's hard to maintain and such, but so you have to add a lot of flows of information between what it's the e-commerce, that it's a standalone, and if you wish to connect it with a NetSuite ERP.
Thanks very much. The next question is, please can you share real-world e-commerce sites which are using this SweetCommerce infrastructure so we can explore these websites to get our own user experience?
Yes, definitely. We can do that. Maybe we could do it offline. So if we communicate offline, we can have another screen share session, and we can show some of our success stories and our current implementation that we went live with this kind of offering.
Fantastic, thank you. I think this may have been answered to a certain extent already, but just to give as much detail as you can. So we are planning both a B2B and B2C website. Can SweetCommerce offer us both of these solutions in one package, or do we need to implement the solution twice and separately?
No, that's a really good question. So the new versions of SEA actually can, they have an easy way to actually build different websites. Even so, like using the same website record, what you pay in NetSuite for having an instance of SweetCommerce Advanced is the website record with all the configurations and the ability to have a website up and running. But what happens there is that you can configure different domains, and you can apply different functionalities and features and customizations to the different sites. So in that way, you can have like a pure B2B e-commerce site with all the B2B look and feel features and functionalities. And on the other side, you can have, with the same license, you can have all the features and functionality and cosmetic changes that apply to the other website. So in that sense, yes, you can have both with one solution, and adapting and customizing for each experience. You can have both experiences up and running.
Perfect. There are currently no more questions. So I'll give everyone 30 seconds just in case there are any further questions. Okay, thanks very much, everyone. So thank you for taking the time to join our webinar today. If you'd like a personalized demonstration, additional information, or would like to provide some feedback, please reach out to me at ryan.harris@noblue.co.uk. This webinar will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel over the next couple of days, so if you'd like to review some of the slides which were presented today. So thanks again for taking the time to view today's webinar. I look forward to speaking with you all again soon. Thanks very much.